All right, everybody, we are live. I'm so excited tonight. My name is Elisha Gegg. I'm an Ambassador Diamond, and I have along with me an amazing guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh, is that me?
Yeah.
My name is Melissa Yardley. I am also an Ambassador Diamond, and I live in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I'm super stoked to be with you guys tonight. Hard and fast tips to get serious so you guys can get back to building your business, I think is kind of just our goal. I know that we've both got our teams on here. So just real quickly, I'm just going to go over briefly a little bit of my story. I know that I do have some new team on that might not, know a whole lot about me too, but I'm going to talk less about me and go into more about how to get to Diamond. I started May 5th of 2013, and our business really took off. We were really plugging in. I was a skeptic. I was not interested in going to a party. I was never going to wear a shirt or get on a Zoom, which we didn't really even actually have back then, but I was a huge skeptic. I was that person that you would invite to go to parties, and I politely declined. But when I saw these products, my enroller, Mackenzie Schultz, she had posted her before and after pictures on social media, and I figured, why not? I try to eat healthy. I'm active on a regular basis, 3 kids, 3 C-sections. My belly was hurting. So I was like, what do I have to lose? I was a loyal customer for a hot minute and signed up to be a distributor. Our life was, the American dream. We have 3 kids. We are happy and we're healthy, but we have the same things that everybody else in America has. We had our mortgage. We had our daycare mortgage, which was, thousands of dollars every month to put 3 kids into daycare. And so I just wanted a couple of $100 a month, right? I think that that's why most people join, is for a couple of $100, because I didn't want to have to feel guilty if I wanted to go get my hair done, that I was taking away from something else in our family budget that meant we weren't going to be able to do that. And so what that meant for me working full time with 3 kids, 7 and younger, was that I was working my business in the morning before I went to work. I was answering messages on my lunch break, and doing stuff at night. Like, I was watching Real Housewives of every single season, Orange County, whatever it was, on the couch. Why not be on my phone, still watching those shows and earning income? So when I joined May 5th, you guys, that May I went Emerald. And so my business went really quickly, and that was where I kind of caught the vision. And in June, I went double diamond. 4 months in the business, I went triple. 10 months pres, and 2 years I went ambassador. And so I think that that's kind of why we're doing this, is because Elisha and I both have been very fortunate to have some amazing rock stars on our team and kind of share our tips. So 8 months after joining, I quit my job as a social worker, and I've been home with my babies. This is my 3rd summer having my kids drive me crazy at home and working my business. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So that's kind of the hard and fast of my story. And I love It Works Global. It's changed my life, and I want it to change every single face that I see on this Zoom, and that's why we're doing this. So, Leash, you want to tell your story?
Yeah, I'm going to give basically just the same short story. I am, like I said, Elisha Gegg I'm from St. Genevieve, Missouri. So for those of you that don't know, super, super small town. Like, literally we have 2 stoplights in our town. So but I started this business, and it's funny, Chrissy had introduced herself the other night, and she liked to refer to herself as a senior citizen in this business, and I like to think of myself as a senior citizen of It Works Global too. So I got started in March of 2011, so over 5 years ago. And whenever I was introduced to the business, I was a brand new mom. I had my daughter in January, and I was introduced, actually, like, I felt like 2 days I had her, and then all of a sudden I saw all these wraps popping up on my Facebook. But I was an esthetician, so I was trained and I was familiar with body wraps and everything. So I was a huge skeptic, so much of, like, I laughed at it and mocked it and whatnot. So whenever I was introduced to do the business, I blew her off. Actually 3 or 4 times. And all during this time, it looked like we were, doing okay. It looked like things were good from the outside looking in, but in all honesty, like I can look back now and I can still to this day see the bills piling up on our kitchen counter. I remember that fear of going out to the mailbox and not wanting to look in the mailbox, just in fear that there might be another like red stamped letter in the mail that was overdue. We didn't have the money. So for us, times were hard. And I remember going to the grocery store and not being able to put the groceries in the cart that we needed to put in the cart, and having to go through the checkout line. And at the end, just having to say a very small prayer that accepted came across the screen of the debit card machine. So all this time, we're struggling to make ends meet. There's so much more month at the end of the money. And I had this opportunity that was being presented to me, but I was so skeptical of it that I just completely closed it off. And the fourth time she called me, my sponsor had called me and she said, Elisha, you just have to trust me. Just do this with me. And I can't tell you why I decided to do it. I can't tell you what made me do it, but I honestly felt like I had a push from behind that was saying, Elisha, just go for this, take this leap of faith. And at the time it was $199 to get started, and we didn't have that, but we had just gotten our tax refund money. So I went ahead and I used that tax refund money to get started. And honestly, it was the best decision that I've ever made in my entire life. I've never looked back. And the moment that I said yes, I had never tried a rep. I had no clue what network marketing was, but I was excited, and I knew that we just needed to make an extra $300 to $500 a month. So that's what I did. I did exactly what she said. We got started wrapping people. I had parties, and I promoted rather quickly. 5.5 years ago, I was promoted to diamond in 4 months and double diamond in 6. So at that time, that was rather quick. Now people feels like they're ambassador in 2 days, but for that time it was quick. So yes, we want to talk to you guys tonight about how you can go diamond, because every single one of you can go diamond. We are so super excited for this high five $5,000 bonus. For those of you that haven't reached diamond yet, you can get it. You can get it this month. There's a ton of month left to do it. So we're going to go over some tips and advice on what we did in the beginning that is going to help you accomplish this. It's going to help you grab this $5,000 bonus, because this is a big deal. So I'll give a couple of tips and then we'll kind of bounce them back and forth. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. So, okay. When I got started, I was honestly ignorance on fire. It clear as day. I didn't know what I was doing, but I did it anyway. And I did it really, really fast. So ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. You do not have to know everything. You don't have to know all the ingredients. You don't have to know everything there is to know about everything. You just need to do the steps to success. So I was told, let's have a wrap party. Let's get the wrap on people. Let's get 4 loyal customers. Let's get 3 distributors. And that's what I did. So I just went really, really fast. And as soon as I got my kit in the mail, I was having a wrap party. I had a wrap party that night. And I got my loyal customers that night. So I think it's just super important to recognize and to teach our new distributors that they don't have to know everything that there is to know. They don't have to know all the ingredients. They don't have to, as long as they are excited. And that's really all I was excited about what I was doing. I was excited about what our future was going to hold. And that's all it really took in the beginning. Is there anything else?
I agree. I woke up the day after I enrolled with that sick pit in my stomach. What did I just do? But I had paid my $99. My kit was on its way, and I was damned if I wasn't going to make this work. I had already started telling people about it, so I couldn't back out. And to be honest with you, laying in bed that Sunday night that I had enrolled, starting to think about, I didn't intend for this to be my career. I didn't intend, honestly, to be home with my kids. But that night where I was actually starting to dream and to think about having options, I wanted that. And it was fun. That's what happened. I ended up finding out that I I was having fun. When I joined Sunday. My wrap party was Wednesday. By the time I had my wrap party, my launch, my sample party, whatever you guys want to call it, I was already reaching out to people. I was already telling people that I was doing this. I had an event on Facebook, and I was inviting everyone that I knew, because the beauty of this business, you guys, is that you don't have to have the inventory. You don't have to meet people face to face. Social media is so much more amazing and user-friendly, so to speak, now than it even was 3 years ago when I joined. We didn't have Zoom. Facebook events were not really a thing. Virtual parties weren't a thing. So I had FaceTime. So I was doing wrap and sample parties every single week. So if you were joining my team, you were launching, if it was Tuesday and you joined Tuesday, guess what, baby? You're launching your business tomorrow. You're doing it. And if you can't be there, but you have friends that know that that they're interested, I'll be there and I'll help you. And I think that really established a one team, one mission mentality. Your enroller, whether they joined yesterday or they've been in the business for a year, they're going to help you. And there is someone on your team that knows what you don't need to worry about knowing. We didn't have product coach website. In fact, you guys, the website that we had to enter our customers, you might not even see a loyal customer order for like 2 days later. That's how archaic the system was. So you guys are in at the right time. We haven't even become a household name. So I was wrapping people. We had wrap parties every single week. Find a Panera, find a Starbucks, find a local coffee shop, a church, a library, wherever you can go to meet up with a few people and have your wrap party every single week. And then in between that, you guys, I have a minivan because I'm a mom of 3. I was wrapping people in my minivan in the parking lot of my job on my lunch break. I'm sure people thought I was doing other things in my minivan, but all I was doing was wrapping people. They wanted the wrap, so I was going to meet them at Starbucks. I was going to meet them on my lunch break. I was going to meet them in between meeting clients. I was doing all of that stuff. And then when I was having wrap parties, if I had someone that was out of town that was interested in it, I was FaceTiming and Skyping with them. There's no reason. Everything that you need, your party pad, reach out to people. I've been telling people, I just had a girl join our team last night, and I said to her right away, I want you to reach out to the people that you know are going to be there for you. What faces register in your mind when your kids get sick? If you were to lose a family member, if something very traumatic and a life event were to happen, who are the people that you're going to call at the middle of the night and trust them to come over in their pajamas and take care of your kid? Who's going to be there when you need them? Who's going to bring you soup when you're sick? Who's going to send you a card on your birthday? Those are the people that you need to be reaching out to and saying, you know what, you have supported me in every walk of life. You are an amazing friend, and I know that I'm so excited. You're going to love this, and I know that this is no different than every other time that you and I have leaned on each other. I would love for you to support me with this, maybe even do this business with me. I need you to help me host a Facebook Live event, a virtual party, Zoom, whatever it is. I have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for like 30 minutes. Which one is going to work best for you? And they're going to do it. And so that's what you need to do. You need to get every single one of those people that you know that you can count on, get them on the phone. I love Voxer. I love Facebook messaging when you can do the voice for, a minute. Text, texting even has that voice app, or call them. I know, Elisha, I see you on your phone all the time, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that you could call people on an iPhone. I'm not a huge phone chatter, but I will Voxer you, voice message through text, and Facebook message voice you all day long. So those were some of the things. I used all of my sick time, you guys, by getting to events. Okay? I got to events, and I know that you hear that. And by events, I mean if you work nights and you have the opportunity to take off an hour or take an hour lunch break, dinner break, and go and host a wrap party, do it. Okay? Or reach out to someone, grow your team so that you guys can rotate. And that was what we did. We did the party pad presentation. We sampled the greens. We sampled the Profit. And everyone was offering to bring the different samples, so nobody was being put out by all of it. And then we rotated who's hosting the party pad. Right now I have a lot of girls who are all over. They get together twice a week via Zoom, and they split. One person does the product side, one person does the opportunity side, and 20 minutes later they're done. They're in their PJs in their house, and they're having people join their team as customers or distributors. And like I said, wrap appointments. I found Ashley Sinclair actually gave us this advice at a training that she did in Kansas City. You know, like, I'm not a party person. When Mackenzie asked me to go to a party, I didn't want to do it because it was inconvenient. It was after work, and I didn't necessarily want to spend my free night out at a wrap party. So ask someone, you know, say, I have slots tonight open for 8 to 8:15 and 9 to 9:15 to wrap you. What works best for you? Let's get a wrap appointment going. Then when you're wrapping them, you can talk about the business opportunity. You can talk about being a loyal customer. They're on their way, and 15 minutes later, you have $30 cash in your hand, a new loyal customer, or a new team member. So those are just a few quick things. I'll ramble on forever, so I'll stop myself.
I did want to add just a little bit and touch base on some of the things that you had said, but I think what's really important, and I think what is very relevant in both of our stories, is that we caught the vision very, very soon. It didn't take myself long, and it probably didn't take Melissa long to realize what we had our hands on, what this opportunity was going to do for our families. And as each of you are on here, you probably have a very good idea of what this can do. So with that being said, you know, we ran with it. We grabbed that passion and we ran with it, and we made sure that we shared it with everybody. So for myself, you know, I was making sure that I was messaging and talking to as many people as I could possibly talk to. And whenever I was messaging these people, I was telling them how excited I was, what this was going to do for our family, and what I knew that it could impact their lives too, and I wanted them to join me in it. So one of the first things that I would do is, like Melissa said, is offer to wrap them, ask them if they would have a wrap party. Are you interested? You know, would you be interested in joining me and making some extra money? And that's how I built my business in the beginning, was a lot through messaging and a lot through posting. I posted, this was what I ate, what I slept, and what I breathed every single day. It works. Everything was it works. And if you just make it all, you know, your priority, because you know what it's going to do for your life, you can totally go after this, and you can promote, and you can get these people to join you, because your excitement, that's what's going to sell. Just be excited about what you have your hands on. And make sure you're posting and you're being very, very consistent, and you're messaging people, but also understand that myself and Melissa also had people tell us no. We're all going to have people tell us no, but when they tell us no, don't get discouraged. You know, you're going to have people tell you no, but you're also going to have people tell you yes. So you just have to keep pushing. And another thing, you know, as I was working, because I was working full time, I was in the salon, and I was doing facials, and I was a brand new mom. I only had a maternity leave of 4 weeks, and I had to go back to work because no work meant no money. Okay. But so while I was at work, I was still working this business. I was still working It Works in between clients. I would do a facial, and after I got the mask on, I would get on my phone and answer questions. I would do a wax, and I would, you know, as soon as I was done, I was answering questions on my phone. I would do everything that I could to squeeze this into every single free minute that I had in the day. And that helped me promote quickly. So make sure that you are squeezing this in. But another thing that I did when I look back now is I sacrificed one major thing. I sacrificed sleep. I used to go to bed at 9 or 10 o'clock. But when I started this, all I could do was eat, sleep, and breathe. It works. And I knew that the more time and the more effort and the more work that I put into this, the quicker that I was going to promote, the quicker that our family was going to, you know, see the benefits of it. So I would stay up, and I can remember staying up till 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, messaging people, you know, networking with people, adding friends to my network list. And that truly made a huge difference in my business, was just sacrificing that sleep. And I adjusted, and I'm still alive today to show you that we can all definitely sacrifice a few hours of sleep if it's going to do what it did for me. You know, what it can do, you guys can just reap so many benefits if you just push yourself so hard this month to go after this bonus.
Right. Grab yourself like some lip and eye and some wow and get over it and get to work, because it is absolutely worth it. I always say to people, like, do you think that I regret the fact that I've been able to spend the last 3 years watching my kids grow up? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's crazy. I would do it again in a heartbeat. And that's a really important thing I want you guys to recognize, is that this month and in this business, if you want to change your life, you need to get rid of anything that is not adding value to your life. Okay? And if you're serious about getting this $5,000 bonus, and if you're serious about going diamond and helping your team, you're going to get, you're going to have to get rid of some of that junk. You're going to have to get rid of TV. You're going to have to get rid of Facebook scrolling. You're going to have to get rid of your excuses, because that's the reality. I mean, yeah, there were nights where I was messaging people, but I was excited. It was almost like an addiction.
It was.
Talking to people, I was like excited and I was passionate, and I roll over and I look at the clock and I'm like, I have 57 minutes before I have to get up for work. I mean, that was what my reality was. I didn't tuck my kids into bed at night. I had sitters so that I could go have wrap parties. The laundry added up. I didn't cook a lot of home cooked meals. But those are things that in the long run, my daughter, she just got braces and we were able to pay cash for that. That's not even something that was on my radar. But because of it works, and you guys see all of these leaders doing these amazing things, you have your story now. Your story, you're building it, you're writing it right now. You get to determine how this thing goes. So when you are sitting on a Zoom and you're sharing your story about how you went to Ambassador, what is it going to say? What is it going to be? Let go of any of that stuff and communicate that with your family too, you guys. I talked to my husband. I said, look, here's the deal. I really think that I could do this. And he said, all right. And he wasn't, he was silently supportive. He didn't try a product for 6 months after I had joined at work. I was a triple diamond at that point. And that's okay, but he watched the kids. He did some of the laundry. He did some of the meal prep. And so if you're serious about it, put all of those excuses to the side. Everybody on here has at least 2 things in common. One is that you're a distributor with It Works. The other is that you all get the same 24 hours in a day. Right? So you get to decide how you want to work those hours. And like Elisha said, some of those things you're going to get rid of, but it's an investment in your business. So communicate. I was working, like you said, Elisha, before in the morning. One of the things that I started doing early on, and we talk a lot about the 3-3 rule. Social media is really important. Social media is a huge presence, and that's why people can make $100,000 a month with It Works, because essentially we're doing the advertising for It Works, right? So if you're sharing things word of mouth, you have to be consistent in how you do that. I always tell my team in the morning, before you get ready to start your day, post about the product. Because when someone wakes up, they're achy, they just tried on their work pants and they can't get them buttoned because they've gained too much weight, they're unhappy with the way that they look, they've got bags under their eyes, whatever it is, post about the product. You want the products to be the first thing that's on their mind in the morning because if you're like me, I don't care what time it is, when I'm brushing my teeth in the morning, I'm holding my phone looking at social media at the same time. Everybody is doing that. People are getting up and laying in bed and they're late for work because they're scrolling through Instagram and Facebook. So take advantage of that. And then at the night, if you only have twice to post during the day, at night, post about the opportunity and understand that whether you've just joined, post about something. Say, this is where I am and this is where I want to be. I tell my team, make sure that your lifestyle posts are past, present, and future. So I'll tell something about my past. When my husband and I were first married, we really struggled to pay the bills. I wish that I would have had this opportunity with It Works at this point. And then I talk about the present. It's amazing that I get to stay home and take my daughters to the park today, all because of It Works. And then I'll talk about the future. I can't wait until I can pay for my children's college tuition because of It Works. Every single one of you have a story now. If you're not posting and not sharing it, you're missing out on people who need your stories to be able to relate so they can join your team. So keep it simple, keep it consistent, post at least a minimum a very minimum of twice a day, but make it personal. Don't post some grainy, gritty picture that you've seen everybody else on your team post. Post something personal and be a product of the product. I will tell you this, I think that that's another really important thing too, Elisha, is that I was using the products, and so I was passionate about it. And because I was passionate about the products, people were becoming loyal customers. Because they were becoming loyal customers, my paycheck was growing. Then my confidence grew in the business. It's a trickle effect. You have to be a product of the product. That's part of your job. It doesn't have to be the wraps, but you need to pick a product and you need to get excited about it like yesterday.
Yes. If you're not excited about the products, go get out there and wrap as many people as you can. We already talked about being a product of the product, but if you're not already excited, go wrap somebody and see their before and after pictures, because that is going to get you excited again. That's going to light your business on fire. Okay, so just go wrap people. Melissa, one other thing that I want to talk about, and we've kind of touched base a little bit, but I want to discuss income producing activities, like things that we can do on a daily basis, things that all of us can do on a daily basis that are going to help, push our business to the next level. And I think one of the things we already touched base on is posting and being consistent with posting, messaging people. But let's talk about just a couple of other things that, can definitely be very beneficial to our business.
I can't stress enough, and I know and I understand, like, I am a people person. I enjoy hanging out with people. I'm a social person. I don't mind getting up in front of and talking to people, and I understand that that's not for everyone. So I did a lot of coffee one-on-ones, you guys. I did a lot of let's meet for a glass of wine, let's meet at the park with the kiddos, let's chat after church. If that's what works for you, then embrace that. If that one-on-one is what works best for your comfort level, then do that. But having launch and sample parties is really a huge way. I don't want you to underestimate word of mouth. And I'll be honest with you that Facebook and social media is changing all the time. They kind of control your exposure, okay? But they can't control you blitzing and integrating. You go to Starbucks in the morning, boom, there's a blitz. You go and take your kids to daycare, boom, there's a blitz. You go pick up Subway during your lunch break at work, boom, there's a blitz. You go to the gym after work, there's a blitz. You pick up your dry cleaning, you order pizza, all these different things you're doing. You just have to be more aware of how to integrate it into your everyday life, word of mouth. I live in a city of 128,000 people. We have 3 ambassador diamonds that live in this small city. And I just met with someone who's been watching my journey for 3 years. And she's ready to do this. And so you have to open your mouth. So consistently use social media. I think that is huge to be able to reach a big range of people. But team up with someone. You guys, even if it's not someone that's necessarily on your team that impacts your paycheck or that's going to help you necessarily chart to diamond, team up with somebody that that's local to you and have those parties. Share the load and get, we always talk about attract people into your business that have strengths that you might not have. If they love talking about the products and you love talking about the business, perfect. Get it together. I had one person at my launch party, and I'm doing okay. I survived because I was consistent. We were having them every single week, so that's a huge thing. I just have a 6 list. I still do it. I've been doing it. I have a Post-it note in my nightstand, and it's all income producing activities. So things that are on that are, again, posting on social media, following up with current loyal customers. Your current loyal customers are your strongest distributors. And don't underestimate the fact that they are willing to pay the $50 cancellation fee for $500. You're missing out if you're not offering them that opportunity. The same thing, following up with your potential loyal customers. I always lead with a business opportunity. So I always say to them, do you want to get your products for free? Do you want to be a distributor like I am? And you can still save that 40%. And if they say no, they're not ready, then you've got your next loyal customer ready to go who will be probably your next rock star distributor. So following up with anything that's going to make you money. As soon as you wake up in the morning and you're bombarded with your text, your Facebook messages, and your email, you guys need to shut all of that stuff off. Go to your list of your income producing activities. Focus on those things so that if you get nothing else accomplished that day because work is awful and your kids are crazy and your mother-in-law is driving you insane, you still got those 6 things done before you even started your day you can sleep better that night knowing that you're building your business.
Yes.
What else do you got, Leash?
Yeah, I think the follow-up is important, and you already touched base on that, but we're following up. A lot of people get caught up in the follow-up Friday idea, but I think it's so super important for us to follow up on a daily basis. Keep up and keep track of all of our potential distributors, all of our potential loyal customers, and following up with current, like Melissa had mentioned, and doing that on a daily basis. I think it's also important to be adding new friends to our network. Whether you run your business via Instagram, whether you run it word of mouth and you're blitzing, whether you run it through Facebook, it is so important for you to be adding people every single day to your network.
I see her taking a picture.
It's important for us to build that network, but take it a step further and let's build our friends through this network, through these people that we're bringing in, okay? So I'm making sure that I'm communicating every single day. I'm commenting, I'm liking, I'm going to all of my potentials' Facebook pages, and I'm liking their stuff and I'm commenting on their stuff so they recognize me. The more they see my name, the more they're going to be like, oh, who's this Elisha Gegg chick? Like, I'm going to go to her page and check, look what she's doing and whatnot. So just being a friend and just being super thoughtful is going to go a long way. So I make sure that I do that on a daily basis.
Can I jump in real quick? Because I know that some of you guys are like, well, how do I find new people or what do I do? Yeah. Go to like Facebook and in the search bar, just as an example, we have a sheepadoodle dog. Join a sheepadoodle dog lovers group. If you're a baseball mom, if you're a dance mom, if you're whatever you have in common, join those groups. If you're volunteering, if you're at the gym, try and find another way to just plug into other people. But that's been huge for me. And like Elisha said, you're developing relationships with them. You're not going to like friend them and be like, have you tried the crazy wrap thing? You have to develop a relationship with them and remember that, that this is your business, this is your livelihood. But I don't know any business, whether it's family owned or not, that relies solely on their friends and family to keep their business afloat. So if I have a burger joint down the street, I'm not inviting mom and dad every night thinking that they're going to make me hundreds of thousands of dollars by eating burgers at my restaurant, right? I'm going to be finding new ways. The beauty of It Works is that that's what we're doing. We're sharing what we love, but we don't have to do it all by ourselves. We have amazing team. We have amazing people that are doing the same thing so that we can reach more people. And our burger joint isn't stationary. It's all over the world, you guys. And just really quick, so 2 things, Elisha, when you were talking is I have lists on my Facebook. I have lists of current loyal customers, potential distributors. And so what I can do is I can create the list, click on the list, and I can interact with those people. I tell my friends and my team all the time, I don't want you to think that because I don't like every picture or every post that you put up that I don't care about you or that I don't appreciate you. But when I'm on social media, I'm doing it to grow my team and to grow my business. So I'm interacting with those people, and then I'm turning my phone off or putting it down and going and spending time with my kids, because that's why I'm doing this business. So I'm intentional with what I'm doing when I'm on social media. The other thing is I just have I got this for like $3.99 or $4.99 at TJ Maxx. And so I write all my potentials' names here, and then I just write the date. So I write the date of every time that I make contact with them and I message them. And I might make a note that gets paid on Friday or is pre-selling her wraps. And then I am constantly adding, this is my second notebook and this is 500 pages. So I'm constantly adding people, but it keeps me accountable because so many people that have joined my team have thanked me for being consistent and following up with them. When you're messaging people on Facebook, your messages go through and you could get a message and not even see it. Or, a lot of people, when we're asking them to join our team or try our products, they see the text, but then life happens and they forget to respond. it's not up to them to remember to respond. It's up to you to follow up. And the more following up you do faster, the faster you're going to get to diamond and beyond. And you know, you get those fast start bonuses. You guys know about fast start bonuses, right? Can I get like a few thumbs up? Like, people know fast start bonuses. Like, that's a lot of money. When you get to diamond, you guys, you get more leadership bonuses for people that you didn't even welcome into your business because you're diamond. Like, that's crazy, insane money. That's why there's such a huge jump between diamond and a double diamond paycheck, is because of those leadership bonuses. I mean, they say all the time it's licensed to print money, but my paycheck jumped thousands and thousands of dollars because of those leadership bonuses. That diamond is just the beginning, you guys. It doesn't hurt that there's a $5,000 bonus kind of dangling over you, but get there, because you can do $5,000 a month and more. What else?
There was two things I wanted to touch base on just kind of quickly. And it's two things that I have to remind myself about this business on a daily basis. And the first thing is, if my mouth is open, my business is open. So I talk to as many people as I can talk to every single day. And guys, I know we can get a little bit frustrated, and some of us being new, some of us being old, you think you run out of people. But I'm here to tell you that I talk to anywhere from 10 to 20 new people a day. And I would say 75% to 85% have never heard of It Works Global. As we are at just a very, very critical time of this company, and we have our hands on something so big, and we're not even to the breaking point yet. We're not to the tipping point yet. We're not to being that household name yet. So it's so important to just utilize this time and be as, just as gung-ho as we can about it right now. And the second thing I have to remind myself is, the more friends that I make and the more thoughtful I am, the better my business is going to be. So just go out and make as many friends as you possibly can. Utilize social media, utilize blitzing. Just go out and make as many friends as you possibly can, and I promise your business will soar.
Can I be a super nerd for a second here? Okay, so when I first joined, I was green. So I was that person that was like, I need to know the science behind the wraps, and I was really annoying. However, sometimes it works to my benefit. So I just wanted to give you guys a nerdy statistic. There's 7.4 billion people in the world. 7.4 billion. That's a lot. And we have less than 150,000 It Works distributors. So I'm a social worker by trade. I'm now a leader with It Works Global, but that's pretty basic math. There are billions of people that have not even heard about It Works. That's crazy. And you guys, the other thing is that you know that you have to be 18 to join with It Works. People have birthdays every single day. Did you know that? So there are people that are turning 18 every day. Okay? Just because, do you guys know anyone that doesn't own a refrigerator? No, everyone owns a refrigerator. And guess what? Whirlpool and GE and Samsung, they're still making refrigerators and selling refrigerators every single day. Okay? So it's basic math. If you don't go out and ask those people, I'm going to ask them, and they're going to join my team.
That's true.
So, I mean, really, it's up to you. They can join my team, or they can join your team, and you guys can go make $1 million together. But you have to ask people. And the bottom line is that I love people's opinions on what kind of formula I should feed my baby or what kind of diapers I should use. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I feel is best for my family. And I feel like It Works Global is best for my family. It's paying my bills. Nobody else's opinions are paying my bills. So just remember that. If you're in this to do something to change your family's life, then let go of anybody else that isn't in your family and rock this out. You have an amazing opportunity in front of you. I would much rather live a lifestyle of hell yeah, instead of what if.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
I'm all about the hell yeah.
Bring it on.
Do you have anything else? I think I wanted to make sure that I talked about that saturation stuff because it drives me insane when I hear people say it. I live in a tiny ass city and there are people all the time that have never heard of it.
I'm so serious. Yeah. Honestly, every single day I ask them when I'm talking to them, have you ever heard of It Works Global? The majority have not heard of it. So we're at just a very, very, very amazing time with this company. So I say we finish it out. Do you want to offer just everybody just one last tip and then we can close out the call?
Get to work.
Get to work. That's pretty easy.
You know me, I'm soft and warm and fuzzy.
Get to work.
Get to work.
Say, okay, you guys know what you have your hands on. You know what this can do for you and for your family and for your future. Don't let it slip through your fingertips. Freaking run after the goal. Go get the $5,000 bonus. Go get Diamond. Go help your team get this $5,000 bonus.
Hey, I want to add one thing really quickly because this is going to be really helpful, so I want you guys to write this down. Everyone's like, well, when I'm telling people about the bonus, how do I explain how to get to Diamond? Okay, the first thing that you're going to say is, I'm going to help you get a $500 bonus by going Ruby. That's 5 people joining your team. You're going to get that $500 bonus, and depending on your work ethic, you're going to earn up to $600 a month. And then to get to Diamond, to get that $5,000 bonus, you're going to get the Ruby bonus, and you're going to teach 3 other people on your team to get that Ruby bonus. So when you start changing your life and 3 other people that get that bonus, you're going to go Diamond and get that $5,000. Okay? We all know it's 3 rubies build a diamond. If you don't know, if you didn't know, you know now. So that's 3 people that can earn that $500 bonus. The 4th person is you along with that $5,000. So just keep it really simple. Help 3 people earn that $500 bonus and you'll go Diamond.
Yes. Yes, get to work. All right. Yardley, I think it went awesome.
I love you, girl. I miss you. I can't wait to see you in a couple of weeks.
Yes, I'm so excited. All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We love you. Thank you for being on. And I can't wait to celebrate some amazing $5,000 bonuses and Diamond promotions. So let's go finish this. Let's go do this month. It's just it's just the beginning. So let's do it.
Get to work.
August, here we go. Good night, everybody.